Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Welcome to Berea, folks. Tonight's game, Madison Southern Eagles hosting the Lady Indians, cross-county rival. Coming into the Eagles' nest, try to invade. Indians come in 2-3. I think the Eagles are 3-3, aren't they, Doug?
That's correct.
Coming into this evening. Doug Salee with me this evening. Larry Frakes here. Call the game for you. Doug, both of these teams, 5 or 6 games each team into the season. How do you see this thing unfolding tonight, and what do you think these starting lineups are going to look like?
Well, you got both teams kind of still filling out their roles. Anytime you start the season, you go in with a game plan or how the season's going to turn out. And at this point, right before Christmas, you're kind of starting to see whether that game plan is going to come to be fulfilled. And right now, Southern's been in some real close games, and they're 3-3. They could have easily won a couple of them. Central in the same boat. Guard play is going to be instrumental in the game tonight. I think both teams, they have high caliber guards. Both teams have guards that can penetrate, shoot the ball from the three. It's going to be interesting to see how our inside players do tonight. Lawson and Cornett are both athletic. They're long. They have good post moves. And that matchup may turn out to be a key in the game.
What about in the starting lineup for the Eagles? They've had an injury recently, so they're making a little bit of a change this evening, you're thinking, and then we'll have to see how that unfolds. What's going on with all that?
Ashlyn Clark jammed her finger in the model game, and she's got some tape on it tonight. So in her place, you've got Meredith Gallion going to step in and fill that role.
All right.
Also, the last game against, not the last game, but 2 games ago, Hannah Keene, who is from Pike County, had to go up, and she had a family emergency up there, so she missed that game against GRC, which Southern lost by 3 points. And then I noticed that the night Central beat GRC by just a handful of points. So, if you're looking at scores, you think this is a pretty even matchup.
So you're thinking the guards are going to dictate what's going. So that being the case, I guess the coaching moves to defend those guards are going to dictate how this thing unfolds. So we'll see how. I'm a fan of Coach Simmons, obviously Robert Cooksey as well, but we'll see which one of those can make the adjustments with their team and come out on top in the end. I think the free throw shooting is going to come in and be a factor. Second shot opportunities in the paint. So, you never can tell as the game unfolds, but I think we're going to have a good match tonight between the Eagles and the Indians. So
it's going to be interesting to see how it all plays out. Both teams, I expect them to open up with hard-nosed man-to-man defense. That's kind of been their trademark. And then the adjustments will come as the game goes along.
Absolutely. They both run a little bit of zone, so we'll see how it unfolds. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back to start the action as the Indians come to the Eagles' nest and take on the Madison Southern Eagles.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered. ExpressRoofing.net. Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea. Luxury Pet Services in Richmond. Time Warner Cable. Equipment Sales and Rentals. Madison County Schools. Tatum Enterprises. And Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Madison Southern Central here at the Eagles Nest. Doug, starting lineups were as you predicted. Out scouting around, getting some of your old buddies with some information. You got it right tonight. Central's going to control the tip. Vanover with the ball.
Looks like Southern's opening up man-to-man.
Vanover over to Willoughby. Pushing underneath on Snide. Her first foul, and a quick one. Got to call the Indians and Collins boys game last night. Super impressed with the refereeing, Doug. I know you couldn't come, but it's a great game. Brianna Lanham up the floor with the ball.
Well, those guys that wear stripes got a lot of guts.
Turnover by Berea. Or Madison Southern, I'm sorry. Turnover here in Berea, Madison Southern Eagles.
We'll get it right here in a minute.
Vanover bringing it up. Over to Snide. Willoughby coming through. Over in the corner to Johns. Throws it up. Wow. Gets her first three-pointer of the night.
Nice release on that. She looked off balance.
Good quick release. Lanham with the ball at the top.
Central man-to-man too.
Good feed underneath, a little strong. Out of bounds. Southern, second time down, second turnover.
That decent position.
Yep.
When you got somebody on top of you there at the low post, so the farther up the lane you work, the more of a target area you give that passer. So see if she can adjust a little bit next time.
Vanover brings it up. Snide to her right. Cornet at the top of the key there. Back to Cornet. Snide with it. Dribbles in. Gives it back. Little give and go. Too hard off the glass. Rebounded by Gallion. Out to Lanham. Got rid of it. Got some help. Carrie Thorne comes over. Helps her. She picked up the dribble. Back to Lanham. Lawson with it. Looking underneath. Southern trying to run a little offense. Wow.
Good job by Lawson. She was in trouble. Didn't have anyone open. So she was practically forced into making a move and went all the way to the hole.
We had a wide open lane. Johns with the ball again. Pump fakes it, gets it back to Vanover. Gives it off to Willoughby down the lane. Does it, rolls it up somehow. Throws it to Johns off the front of the iron. Rebounded by Gallion.
Next time down, keep an eye on the post play between Keene and Cornet.
Lanham with the three-pointer. Long. Willoughby corrals it, throws it up. Johns on the open break, going to be able to get a layup. No foul on the play.
Lanham went for the rebound after she shot. And being a point guard, if you go for that ball, you gotta make sure you get it. She didn't get it and gave up a layup.
You always talk about following your shot. Sometimes it'll get you the other way.
When you're a point guard, you got additional duties, though.
Yep, 5-2 Indians. About 5:15 left here in the first quarter.
Central's really doing a good job shutting down passing lanes. Southern's going to have to do a lot better job screening and moving without the ball.
Another nice job by Johns getting her hands in, deflecting the pass. Vanover comes away with it, looks up the floor, dribbling with her head up, looking to see what's going on. Indians try to set their offense. Little cross dribble by Vanover, layup over Brent Lanham. 7-2 Indians.
Good move, and she was going north and south. A lot of guards like to move east and west. She was going right to the hole.
Yep, and dribbling right and left-handed with her head up. Makes a big difference for your team when you got somebody that can do that. What did they call that on? Willoughby. All righty. Once again, starting lineup for Madison Southern here in Berea this evening. Meredith Gallion, Carrie Thorne, Marley Lawson, Hannah Keene, Brianna Lennon. They have made a substitution here. Ashley Clark checks in.
She's jammed her thumb in in the last game.
Jump ball. It's going to go to the Eagles.
So against the model game, Clark jammed that left thumb, and that's why you see that tape on her hand. Probably what kept her out of the starting lineup, because she's normally a starter.
Indians active on defense so far in the game. Clark with the ball at the top, looking underneath, landing down underneath on Johns. Got Cornett, Lawson over here, just like you said. Wow. Okay. Lawson going to get the foul on that.
That was an accidental, but she telegraphed her pass. Look. You got to change the level of the ball when you're feeding the post or making a pass under pressure. She didn't do it that time.
Eagles just haven't settled in here yet. This 7-2 ball game. This is not the Eagles we generally see.
Little weak side rub there.
Wide open shot missed by Snide. Eagles come away with it, Lanham with it, taking it straight to the hoop. Johns will be called for blocking on that.
Good job initiating contact that time. She got her head and shoulder by the defender and just kept penetrating, able to get to the line.
Snide picked up a good pass and missed an easy layup there.
Well, you got Coyle Connor back in the game, number 1, who started against GRC in place of Keene. So she's got a lot of varsity experience this year so far.
Running some depth on the team.
She's got a little tape on her hand, too. Looks like she's done something.
Coach Simmons showing the depth early. 7-4, 4:04 left.
No one's on Willoughby down here yet.
Might be the bucket and the foul. Vanover takes it right in there, the sophomore. Once again, you said going north and south and not east and west, Doug.
Right. Early on, looks like she's got the ability to get into the paint when she wants to. Southern's going to have to do a lot better job defensively to keep her out of there.
And it looks like that might be the game plan by Cooksey over there, is to get them down, take advantage of it, drive the ball. Willoughby comes out with the rebound, gets it back to Vanover. Over to Johns. Dribbles, right-handed. Here's Vanover, dribbles right or left-handed, gives her an advantage. Not the biggest kid on the floor, but she'll run for 15 miles. Never lose her breath. Snide with the ball, going straight to the hoop. Off. Missed the bunny. Cornett fight for it, and that should stay with the Indians. Nope.
They caught a foul.
23. Carrie Thorne gets the foul call.
Well, they did a good job helping on penetration. Keene came over and helped. Didn't foul, kept her hands up, but then they didn't clean up the weak side rebound.
Johns, quick release off the back of the iron. Hannah Keene goes in, lays it off the glass.
Nice pump fake, get the defender up off her feet. Little 2-2-1, three-quarter press.
Yep. Indians get through it. Ball in Willoughby hand, back over to Vanover. Dribbles in. Willoughby fakes it. Back to Vanover, around to Johns. Willoughby clears through. Johns takes it down the lane, down the lane out to Willoughby. Snide goes in, draws the defenders. The Cornet puts it in 11-6. 2:45
Good
left.
penetration. The help was late, and then the rotation wasn't there. Someone on that weak side has to rotate down and take that pass, and they haven't done it yet.
Indians still in their man-to-man. Johns on Lanham. Pick right there, give and go. Snide rolled right down with her.
They called an offensive foul, pushing off of it. Coach Simmons is going to talk it over a little bit.
Don't blame her. 2:22 left, 11-6 by the Indians. So far in the game, you've kind of talked to both of these coaches. What would be the game plan coming in? I mean, did they tell you anything? I mean, this is what you think was going to happen?
Well, neither one of them gave up their game plan, but both of them expected a real close contest. And, you know, Central was talking about how their guards were going to determine how the game went. And he said as their guards play, that's how they play. So far, they've got the upper hand at the guard spot. Southern's going to have to do a lot better job defensively, not only containing the ball, but once the initial penetration occurs, they've got to have help and rotation.
.22 left, 11-6. Indians with a 5-point lead. About to inbound here. Willoughby's going to inbound it. Over to Vanover. Kennedy Everly checks in the lineup for the Indians. Number 42 this evening. Oh, Willoughby just, threw it away. Just didn't have the strength to throw it across court there.
She had a girl wide open on this weak side.
Just couldn't get
Southern
couldn't
got
throw
a
it across.
deflection that saved 2 points. Right here's
Snide
the difference in the game so far is the defense of Central has been a lot better cutting off passing lanes, pressuring the ball, whereas Southern has given up a lot on their defensive end.
Snide checks back into the game for Johns.
We got an issue at the scores table. And this is something you hope where no one copied the wrong number down or something, you know, that's going to get a
Well, I don't see
foul.
Everly in here as a number 42. They've got her at 30 and 30. So I'll bet you that's what it is. When she checked, there is no 42 on this roster for tonight.
Well, you go by the official book.
Everly, they have in the book is 30.
Well,
Technical foul, which they've called.
Yep. And that's a shame, too. When I was coaching, I was OCD about that. I would check the players off the scorebook before we came out of the locker room. I'd even make them take their warm-up shirt and pull it up so I could look at their number because I couldn't stand giving up points like this right here.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Did the referee catch it or did Coach?
The official scorer caught that when the girl checked in. Of course, she checks off as someone enters the game as being played in that quarter.
So it's not the responsibility of the Eagles. It's the scorekeeper who points that out.
It's the official scorekeeper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Central showing a little zone here.
11-8. Lanham knocks both of the shots down. Ashland with the ball. Over across. Over to Coyle in the corner. Throws it up. Looks good. Up a little long. Willoughby mistimes her jump. Everly late getting there. Another shot off the front of the iron. Rebounded. Lanham with it.
Lanham. Shoot an air ball that wide open.
Wow. Coyle got fouled turning in there. Quick move. I don't think they expected it.
Well, they're trying to take advantage of a mismatch there on the post. Looks like Central's kind of playing a little point drop there where the point guard slides down and takes the block when the ball goes to the corner, and that's what ended up causing a mismatch. Vanover down there trying to guard Coyle.
Snide's going to have to come out of the game with 2 fouls. Brings in number 45, Charity Mack, 5'10" junior forward. Off the front of the iron, rebounded by Cornett.
Nice box out. Southern little half-court trap.
Holding in there, and Hannah Keene get called. Held Malley down, Malley Cornett.
That's going to bring Lawson back into the game.
11-9, Indians with a 2-point lead. 11-21 inbound and under their own hoop here. Gets it into Cornett. Finds Willoughby at the top of the key. Vanover around the top, takes it right down the middle. Layup wide open, gets the roll.
Well, they've given up penetration about 4 times now.
And good recognition by Vanover. The youngster comes to play, takes it right down the lane, and it's getting easy layups. Uncontested.
Right.
No help.
She's got the ability to go both ways. Keep an eye on Vanover there.
Drops it in there.
That was a big shot for Southern. But keep an eye on Vanover on defense. She starts out at the top. When the ball goes to the corner, she rotates down and takes the block, which can create a mismatch, but it's a confusing issue for Southern because you don't hardly ever see a point drop defense.
Mack with the throw, overshoots everything for her first attempt of the evening. 30 seconds left, 13-12 Indians. Brandon Lanham pulls it out wisely, looks around. Over here to Gallion, back to the top. Clark with it, over in the corner to Lanham, back over to Clark. Underneath, walk, thought looked like. Vanover gets it up to Mack. Gives it up to Vanover, 14 seconds. Picked her pocket, nice play.
Nice back tip hustle there by Connor Coyle.
Great play. And Vanover didn't have any help. She was the first one down the floor, tried to slow it up, and ball got knocked away from her. 9.9 seconds into Mack. On the line, shoots it up again, hits this one for a 2-pointer. Makes it 15-12, 3 seconds left. They're going to get a shot off. Lanham, she got it off. Ooh, thought she was going to get it after one complete. 15-12. We'll take a break here, but what are you thinking, Doug? What are we going to do?
Well, that last basket right there, a new player enters the game, no communication. You have her left wide open, and Mack just drills a long 2. But Southern was able to get back in it because of the free throw situation. They got on the line, they had the technical fouls, and they got some fouls shooting the ball. So they're right back in it, but this is what we expected, a barn burner.
Yep, exactly. We're going to thank our sponsors, Jack Burford, Cumberland Valley Bank, Express Roofing. Going to take a break, be back for the second quarter.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Back at the Eagles' Nest, Madison Southern hosting the Lady Indians this evening. Indians with a 15-12 lead. Start the second quarter right here. Vanover, Willoughby, Kennedy, Mack, and Cornett on the floor for the Indians.
Well, Southern's in a 2-3, and they got their wings coming up kind of high. Good job by Lawson, staying on the floor, got her hands up.
Jump ball going to go to the Eagles. The Eagles have Gallion, Lanham, Lawson, Clark, and Coyle on the floor. Couldn't see the numbers.
And here's what I'm talking about. Here's Vanover starting here on top. Watches the ball moves. She slides down. I haven't seen anyone play a point drop defense forever.
Oh!
Tell you what,
wow.
That looked pretty clean.
Looked clean. Cornett's going to get called for the foul on Lanham, but that looked really, really nice. The referee anticipating that.
Sometimes that happens. That's just one on Cornett. Her and Lawson now matched up against each other most of the time. Each of them have one foul. Lanham, the all-time leading scorer, Madison Southern history, boys or girls, just recently broke that record.
5-year career. Started as a 7th grader.
Yeah.
Or 6 years, I guess.
That'd be 6, yep.
Yep. I know she played some as a 7th grader, but I think she broke into the starting roles as an 8th grader and probably never looked back.
I think she started the district tournament of her 7th grade year.
Yep.
That was the first game that she ever started, and she's been in there ever since.
And has obviously benefited from it. Good kid, too. I love watching her play.
She's been a super
fabulous
hard worker,
athlete.
great role model.
Yep, I like her. I'm a fan of hers, was last year and this year.
Good hands by Cole.
Another foul on Willoughby. And they got the bucket.
Lanham just muscled her way in there. It was at the right place.
Well, Willoughby, I mean, they just kind of muscled her out of there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, the strength wasn't there to maintain control and get in amongst the trees, as they say, Doug, and that's what happened. 16-15, first lead of the game by the Eagles. Lanham drills another one.
You know, she knew where that ball was going to come off, too. Most of those shots from one side or the other are going to come off on the opposite side.
Basketball IQ, a little anticipation.
A little cross screen action right there.
Mack with the ball in the wing and underneath the Everly. Throws it a little too hard. Everly didn't have much hops to get up there and try to do a whole lot with it. I think she had her
side help by Lawson right.
And she had her weight. You know, she was trying to get her position, and the ball was just a little off, so she didn't have her balance to jump. But 17-15, the Eagles with the lead now. Cross court, Lanham over to Clark. Clark down the lane. That's Gallion over on the wing. Clark went down the lane after the pass.
Two good penetrating drives that time. Lawson penetrated and kicked, and then Clark came in, saw a little gap, was able to initiate a little contact and get to the line.
Ansley Wood checks in. She's a freshman center, 5'11".
Big game to throw her into the fire.
Good little athlete. I believe she's a transfer last year. I think played at maybe Clark Moore's, then came and played a little ball over with the Indians. If I have the right person, I could totally be wrong, but we'll see how she plays here.
And no ill effects on those two free throws with
Absolutely
the thumb.
not. 19-15, Eagles with the lead. About 6:03 left here in the second quarter. Vanover with the ball. Kick, ball. What? Wow. Okay. I missed that. Did you see that?
Yeah, a little bump there maybe. One thing that this zone has done a pretty good job of is it's taken Vanover and kept her out of the paint. So now they're more perimeter oriented so far.
No. Oh.
Yeah, that ball went off of Vanover right there at the end. It was deflecting,
yep.
Kind of a double tip situation.
Gotcha.
Now it looks like Central's going to a straight 2-3 zone, and this is more conventional defense.
Mack with the rebound.
There's another situation right there where Lanham those instincts of rebounding took over, and she was going for the ball as a point guard.
Yep.
And she's got to be very conscious. Either that or they've got to designate someone else to be safety.
Yep, that was a good look by Coyle, too. She just
it was.
missed the shot.
She got her feet set. Good hands right there.
Trying to go down the middle and create some space and loses the handle. 19-15. Lanham. Over here to Thorne, over in the corner to
Good
Clark.
ball reversal.
Over to Coyle, off the front of the rim, follows her shot, gets it. Going to have a third, gets us 2 rebounds. Gets it back out.
Oh, boy.
On White.
That's 2 on Lawson.
Several attempts right there by the Eagles.
Yeah, they did a really good job crashing the boards. Coyle had her hand on it 2 or 3 times, and they got a couple of good looks, didn't cash in, and end up with Lawson with her second foul. Let's see what Coach Simmons does. 5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Up 4. Does she leave Lawson in with 2 fouls?
See how much she trusts her depth here. Mack to the line, her first time this evening. Got a 2-pointer.
And not only trust her depth, but trust her player.
Right.
Does she trust Lawson to get in there and play smart and not pick up a cheap foul?
Good point. Very good point. In and out by Mack. Couldn't execute the front end of a 1-and-1. 2-3 zone by the Indians still. Over in the corner to Coyle. In the middle. Lawson flashing. Out to the top to Lanham. Over in the corner to Gallion. In the middle to Lawson. Out in the corner to Coyle. Got it deflected. Good hustle by the Eagles. Vanover gets a hand on it, taking it straight to the hoop. Takes it right at her. Draws the foul. Carrie Thorne defense. I mean, you got to like the aggression of Vanover. For a young
tough
girl
going to the hole.
Yeah, she's trying to think. I think she's just a sophomore.
She's just a sophomore.
Yeah, 5'4".
Kind of took over about the last quarter of the year, the point guard responsibilities last year from Willoughby, and allowed Willoughby to slide off and play the off guard.
Yep. Indians just aren't hitting their free throws right now.
That's the difference in the game right now.
Yep, and Vanover has a career that she's spent playing soccer. So she runs. Fit as a fiddle. Good kid, good student athlete. 19-16, 4:33 left, gets 1 of 2. Her mom's a teacher over at Madison Middle, and she's always been involved in some type of a sport.
Well, they got a double weak side screen right there on the skip pass, trying to set up Lanham. Wasn't there.
Indians moving around, communicating pretty good. Freshman Ansley in there holding her own. Off the front of the rim. Loose balls, the Indians just aren't getting them right now.
Good anticipation there.
Over the top. Back over the top. Got the screen. Lawson. Yep.
That hit 3 players on that pass. Went defense, offense, defense.
Lanham with the inbound. Over here to Coyle. Around the
top
to Gallion.
Corner right there, looks like. Central had it red. Good anticipation by Cornett. See what. Keep an eye on Lawson. See how she moves in there against the zone.
Lanham with the 3-pointer. Bombs away. 22-16. 3:34 left in the second quarter.
Looks like Southern's trying to pick up their defense here. Looks like they're staying 2-3.
And I don't blame them. You called it earlier and why they did it. And so far it's worked to perfection for them. We're not hitting any free throws. They're not giving us anything inside. That shot just off the mark for Willoughby. Oh, Cornett tried to get it into Mack, just missed it. Lanham straight to the hole.
Let's see who they call it on.
They. Yep, Ainsley Wood, the freshman. 22-16, 3:07 left. Lanham, bingo. That's how you wind up being the leading scorer of all time.
She's kind of taken over this game a little bit the last 2 or 3 minutes.
Indians went to their zone. Hasn't done as much against the Eagles as the zone for the Eagles has done against the Indians.
You know, Central's giving up a lot of second shots out of their zone, and that's the weakness of a zone. You don't have that designated player to box out.
Yep. Vanover trying to create a little space, drive, find somebody. Mack loses the handle. Just
good hustle by Lanham there.
Just almost had it. Mack got lucky. She's got to move her feet and go get that ball.
Well, a lot of times players will wait on a pass instead of going to meet the pass, and that's where you see a lot of people shoot the pass lane and pick off.
Go to her. Vanover gets it over here. Cross-court pass by Willoughby. Got it through the zone that time.
Cornett and Lawson are going at it pretty hard here.
Double dribble on Mack. She came in for Snide. Timeout Indians. We'll take a timeout with them, Doug. 24-16. Eagles with a nice lead. Having a good second quarter right here. 2:33 left. Coach Simmons got them headed in the right direction. We'll be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Back at the Eagles next. Larry Frakes, Doug Salee here to call the game.
I was kind of anticipating Central switching out of their zone and going man-to-man right here on this possession, but they're still staying in it.
Yep, Cooksey sticking
Second
right
chance
with it.
points and free throws. Difference in the game right now on Southern's end offensively. And on the defensive end, their switch to the zone has kept Vanover out of the paint and
limited
made
shot
Central look a little different offensively.
Clausen flashes through the middle.
Good move right there.
By Thorne. Rebounded by Willoughby. Corrals it. Gets it over to Vanover. Vanover brings it up. Gets it to Willoughby. Takes it straight down to Cornett or to Woods. Over to Mack. Back to the top. Back. Poor pass by Mack.
Good active hands there by Coyle and a nice lead pass.
Basket by Landon counts. Another foul on Woods.
Now, Southern's really extended their wings on their zone, and they've had real active hands since they went to that. And they've deflected some passes, got some steals, got out on the break.
I'm thinking that Wood right there, or Mack, she was passing the ball if the girl was open or not, because she caught the ball and turned, and she was passing the ball with a couple of people between her and her teammate. So it's kind of set play. You know what I mean? They practice it.
Right.
They practice against each other, so she knows what she's supposed to do. And as you said, the Eagles, quick hands and their reaction create the turnover. Down in the corner to Everly. There's Woods off the backboard. That's not a bad look and a good try.
Good turnaround, use of the board.
Three-pointer by Gallion. Off the back. 27-16, minute 19 left.
Gallion's looked good on every one of her releases. She hadn't hit one yet, but she's got the form, and I just anticipate one of them going down here pretty soon.
Right. And she can continue to fire away with the lead like this and the way the game's going. 11-point lead right now. Indians haven't scored but, 3 points this quarter? 5 points.
5.
Woods hits it from the free throw line right there. Her first 2 points of the game. Got 2 fouls to go with them.
Second chance points again, right here.
Yeah, they got lucky right there. Everly's got to block somebody out. She just let that ball go and turn for it, find somebody and get the ball. But
a lot of players, when they're playing a zone, they will just turn and follow the ball. And but you've got to go headhunt somebody and put a body on somebody.
44 seconds left, 27-18. 9-point lead, almost stolen there. Cornett with it in the corner.
They're not guarding her when she goes into the perimeter.
Willoughby with it. Out to Vanover, back to Willoughby. 26 seconds. See how much of the clock they can milk. Vanover had to pick it up. Good hands by Lanham. Good help by Willoughby. Foul on Wood by number 23, Thorne. I think that's her second.
The foul is on number 23, Thorne. That's her third team night.
Her third foul. Wood steps to the line for her first free throw attempt of the evening.
Well, if that is correct, what we heard, I'd be surprised if she plays these last 16 seconds.
She missed the whole thing right there. I guess that girl's a little nervous.
It's a big atmosphere for a freshman.
27-18, 16 seconds left. See if she can get this next one a little closer. Relax to get it in. Looks like she's got good form. Deep breath, bend your knees. There it is. Off the back. A little better looking shot.
Good block out by Southern. Now they've got an opportunity to go for the last shot of the half.
Look at Lanham controlling the pace
10
right here.
10 seconds to go.
Gallion with it. Cross court. Down underneath the coil.
Nice aggressive move. Don't foul.
Rebounded by Wood. Halftime right here, Doug. Eagles with a commanding lead, 27-18. They certainly turned it around that second quarter.
Well, Coach Simmons' move to go to the zone changed the whole complex of the game. And it kept Vanover out of the paint. They were doing a good job blocking out, only allowing Central one shot, and they were able to get to the free throw line on this end by either penetration, early offense, or second chance opportunities.
Eagles taking advantage of those free throw opportunities. Are you kidding me? And the Indians, no rebounding. They went to a zone, and the second chance shots by the Eagles absolutely turned this game around in that corner. We're going to take a break for halftime. We're going to throw it down to Samantha. We'll be back.
All right, Coach, do you think your team's aggressive style of play or switching into that zone defense, what do you think is contributing to you guys taking charge of this game?
Well, I think our man-to-man defense is not what it needed to be, and so we had to go to our zone, which I don't like, but it's helping the other players take shots that we would necessarily want them to take. So it's helped us a lot. I would like to go in and out of man and that, but we're going to see how we go. We're going to just stick with what's working right now.
All right, good luck, Coach.
Thanks.
You more concerned about offense, defense in this first half, and what will you change in the second half?
Well, for us, fouls. We've got to be able to play defense without fouling. We shot the ball fairly well when we got some shots off, but we've got 5 or 6 kids that we've got to play, and it doesn't help us a whole lot when they're sitting down. So we've got to quit fouling.
Good luck, Coach.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Back in the Eagles' nest, Indians and the Eagles started off to be pretty good and pretty close game, and the Eagles have pulled away with it in the second quarter. Doug, how do you think it's going to unfold here for the rest of it?
I'm going to be anxious to see how long Coach Cooksey stays in this zone because I thought his man-to-man defense was very effective, shutting off passing lanes and keeping Lanneman in check. But they've been giving up some shots. Let's see how this works. Good anticipation by Johns jumping out in that passing lane.
Takes it straight down and starts it with.
First 2 or 3 minutes of each half is always a key, so that's a big basket for Central.
Yep. Foul on Johns.
Is
that's your pin right there? This one here, I dried it up. It's all you. So you're fine. But you see the note right here. Cooksey was telling our sideline reporter, worried about fouls, obviously, with the way it's going at this point. So the depth is going to be an issue. 27-20, 7:22 left.
There's Gallion again. Boy, she's right on line. Every time she releases it, you think, man, that's going in. But she hadn't. I think she's about 0 for 4 now from the three-point line.
Eagles still in the zone.
They're looking at Cornett.
Nice pass. Snide back in there, gets the put back. Takes a dribble, lays it off the glass, 27-22.
Nice penetration by Willoughby that time, just mishandled by Cornett. They end up with a loose ball and a basket. So they got the first 4 of this half.
So you got Clark, Gallion, Lanham.
Keene and Lawson
in for the Eagles. Vanover, Johns, Willoughby, Cornett, and Snide in for the Indians, both starting 5. Well, 5 of the 5 for the Indians, 4 of the 5 for the Eagles.
I'll tell you what, Clark hit a really tough shot right there. Going to her right, left-hander. Vanover again. Oh. She had a little help from a screen right there.
Nice look, just didn't get it finished off. So they made some adjustments at halftime, Coach Cooksey has.
Snide set a good screen there.
Will be on Lanham.
We got a little high-low action. Good back cut by Lanham.
Cross court.
And good judgment not to force a shot right there.
Second opportunities.
Second chance points. It's been there all night against this zone.
Yep.
Really good job by Lawson.
That's, you can kind of watch these games and see what's going on. It's like you said, it's early in the year. They're trying to still figure out what type of teams they have headed into Christmas. And there's Johns with a quick put up, bangs a 3 in there. 31-25. She set out quite a bit in the first half.
Right. She's already had 5 points this quarter now.
Yep. You can see how important she is to the Indians. And when the Eagles popped that zone on them there in the second quarter when Simmons changed it around, which was a brilliant move, they didn't have an answer for her. Mack stepped in but couldn't drop anything, and now Johns comes back. She may have to carry the Indians here some. Off the front of the rim, rebound by Willoughby, head down dribbling. Can't see anybody up the floor.
No floor balance by Southern. If Central could have got a chance to pass the ball, they had three people wide open down the floor.
The thing with Emily, she's got her head down dribbling, and got to look if you can get control of the ball. When she could have looked and saw she had.
She was under
else.
heavy pressure, but boy, you, just like you said, as soon as you catch that ball, your head should be down to the other end.
Yep. In the middle to Kennedy, underneath the cornet. Nice move, in and up off the glass. Went right around Lawson right there.
Good pump fake.
31-27, 4-point game, 4:40 left, third quarter.
Central's made some good adjustments attacking this zone.
And they got Johns back out there. They got their starting five back out there. Three-pointer by Gallion. You said it was coming.
It's just a matter of time because her release looks pure.
Yep. Eagles needed that.
They did. That was a big basket. And it's also going to be big how Central continues to attack this zone because Southern was so much more effective playing zone first half. Good opportunity there that they didn't cash in on.
Yep. Everly did a job fighting for the ball. And pass was a little errant by Snide. Threw it into three people, really, and sets Everly up not too well to get going. And Everly stuck with it, just missed the bunny. Cornett gets it up off the glass, didn't get the roll, comes in. Her and Lawson for a jump ball. I think it's going to the Indians. Yep, stays on the Indian side of the floor. 34-27. Indians have cut into the lead a little bit, 3:51 left.
You got Coyle in for Keene. Coyle did a nice job the first half. I thought she was a real steady player.
Everly's in for Johns. Ooh, elbows flying there.
Aggressive rebound.
Uh-oh, she's heating up. Oh, long.
That was a heat check.
There's Willoughby. Going to take it off. Ooh, didn't have anything. She was out of control, didn't have any place to go, couldn't get it even off the backboard for her teammates.
I was anticipating a block charge foul. It didn't get that far.
Yep. She just lost control of it before she ever got there. Indians could have used a bucket, as usual. Simmons calls timeout here for the Indians. Going to be a 30-second. Well, they started the second half. What do you see the changes have been made? Can you dissect anything yet?
Well, it looks like Central is going to try to screen his zone a little bit and to get the ball inside the cornet. That looks like their two main objectives. And Johns is always a dangerous shooter if you leave her open. So if Johns gets hot or they're effective getting the ball inside, now you're going to see the next adjustment by Simmons. Coach Simmons, are you going to stay with your zone that's been really good to you, or are you going to go back to a man situation, which they did not have much success in the first half?
Eagles were 27-18, had a 9-point lead to come into the third quarter. The Indians got it to 4 at one point, and the Eagles get it back to 7. So just a 2-point swing at this point, 3:28 left.
And Southern's kind of dodged a bullet here early this half, too, because they've missed 2 or 3 little layups, had a turnover on a break.
Yep.
Ball crawled around the rim one time for Cornett. Things could have switched up real easily right there. Central back in their 2-3 zone.
I like to see more active hands, when you're in the zone. You hang them out around your hips and your waist, they just zip it past you and over the top.
Well, good penetration by Clark there. She's comfortable using that offhand, which is her right hand. But she came up a little short on that attempt.
Willoughby in there with no place to go again, had to sling it out. Lanham just takes advantage of Vanover right there, sliding down the lane with her. Never did establish anything, and that's just experience.
A little more physical play there, senior versus a sophomore. And she was determined to get to the rim right there. Did a good job getting contact and finishing the play.
Yep. That's just the senior experience over the sophomore. That was a great move by Lanham. 36-27 Eagles. Ooh, that's her first missed free throw, I think. Rare miss by her, in my opinion.
Yeah, she's a really nice shooter.
Snide with it.
Good active hands again.
Yep. Right down the lane. Draws the foul on Lawson.
Well, she'd have been a lot better off just standing there because she was going to have to take a tough shot over tall timber to finish that.
At their third, team second. At the line for 2. Vanover.
Vanover at the line. Hits the first one. 36-28, 2:40 left. Lawson has to come out. King comes in.
It's a nice luxury to have a little depth there at the 5 spot. King coming in for Lawson.
No kidding. What do you think about the transition? Because Lana played underneath for a long time. How do you think she's done with that transition to running the show kind of?
Well, it's a work in progress. You know, it's not natural for her right now to do some of the things she's being called on to do. Handle the ball a lot more. And
nice move to get in right there. Just missed it off the front of the iron. Snide a little bit out of control. Takes it right in there. Throws it off the backboard.
He did a good job just keeping her position right there, making them take a tough shot.
Clark with the throw, gets it up, doesn't get the roll. Cornett with the rebound, gets hit from behind. We still get it corralled by Johns. Takes it straight down the middle, throws it off the front of the iron. Cornett hustles down. Clark with it, straight down the lane. Snide backs out of the way and gives up the layup. She rolled it, that was nice.
Left-hander, shoots it. Of course, we were talking about her using her right hand very comfortably, but that was a tough shot right there. Really hard angle to get the ball on the board. Now the Eagles are up 9 with 1:47 to go in the third quarter.
The Indians take a timeout. We'll take a timeout with them. We want to thank Jack Burford, Cumberland Valley Bank, and Express Roofing, to say the least. 38-29, 1:47 left. Third period. We'll be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Back at the Eagles' nest. Indians inbounding underneath.
Well, Coach Cooksey looked like during that timeout that was a motivational speech. I didn't see a clipboard out, and he was doing all the talking in that huddle, so he's trying to light a fire underneath these girls right now.
You think that was a little reaffirmation from the halftime deal about setting picks and working against this zone?
Could be, and just effort plays and mental mistakes right now.
That's a good look by Everly. Just wasn't strong enough to get it up off the backboard. Snide with the deep three off the back of the iron. She was way out there, NBA three. Over here in the corner to Gallion off the back of the iron, rebounded by Snide. Van over with it to run the offense for the Indians. Minute left in the third quarter.
Well, shooters keep shooting, and Gallion, to me, looks like a shooter. I haven't seen enough of her this year to be sure. There's a good screening action there.
Put the ball on the ground in the middle. Got lucky right there.
Yeah, Cornett kind of set an up screen right there, and Johns rolled down the lane. They did a good job getting the ball inside.
48.3, 38-29. Eagles with the lead. Johns from the corner, quick release, little long. Rebounded by Lanham. Brings it up. 40 seconds left. See if they're going to go straight forward or they're going to try to run down the last shot. I think they're going to take it if they get it, don't you?
They don't look like they're in a delay game, do they? They're still looking.
28 seconds.
I think I just
now
pull it back it out. Yeah. Yep. They're back in his zone. There's no pressure on the ball, so why not wait for one shot?
Everybody find their person right here. 10 seconds in the middle.
Ooh. Good patience right there. I thought she was going to walk.
Everybody just fell asleep on it. Throw it up. It's going to be close. Woo! 40-29, 11-point lead. So they battled back and forth. The Eagles take advantage once again, extend the lead. We'll be back for the fourth quarter.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Start of the fourth quarter, 4-29.
Well, here's what you'd anticipate right here. Central's going back into their man-to-man, and they really gave Southern some trouble initiating their offense, making entry passes. They did a good job defensively. That's just a miscommunication play right there. You come out of the huddle, you should know who you're guarding, and Central didn't have somebody matched up, and Cole was able to get to the basket. We were talking during the timeout about how Central's, what they're going to have to do to change the tempo. They cannot afford to sit back in a 2-3 zone. They came out man-to-man. And now you think, well, if Central can score, are they going to press? Are they going to make this an 84-foot game? They've got to do something different.
Yep, 40-29, 7:46 left. Snide just lost her player and then fouled her. She went in for the layup. Get 1 and 2. Puts them up by 12.
Neither team into bonus yet. Only 3 team fouls each.
Yeah, that third quarter went by quick.
And you would anticipate that with zone. Usually you don't foul quite as much playing zone. There's a back screen lob they had set up, but Southern had it red.
Good change of direction right there by Snide. Kicks it back around. It's going to be an over and back right here.
Coach Cooksey thought it might have been deflected into the backcourt by the defense. Their whole bench is saying that, but apparently if that happened, the referee missed it.
We can see it on replay later, but
I kind of thought it was deflected just from the way the ball changed angles. But there's a little box set screen down action to get into their offense. I like that right there.
Nice pass by Lanham. Oh, she missed the bunny.
Well, they did everything but finish the play right there. They had Lanham on the lob, and she did a good job dumping off when the help came. Just didn't finish the shot. You know, there's an old saying in coaching, always change a losing game, never change a winning game. And Coach Simmons is going by that tonight because the zone has worked, and she's hung right in there with it.
Lanham for the three, drains it, 44-29. Indians just haven't had an answer. Once they went to that zone, they just haven't pulled it together.
Southern's given up a little penetration. The ball's been inside. Central just has not finished very many plays inside tonight. And
they've missed some point-blank shots.
Yeah, and Southern's done a good job cheating on Johns, kind of knowing where she is. She hasn't got a whole lot of open looks.
I think that was something Simmons has indicated as well. Keep an eye on this one.
There's a good inside screen action. Again, just not finishing those plays inside.
Yeah, just couldn't get a hold of it right there. Nice effort by Cornett. Landon brings it up, slows everybody down, sets the offense.
And here you're getting a taste of what Landon's being asked to do. We got a little flex action cut right there. They didn't wait on the cutter. They went ahead and put it up.
Off the Indians, going to stay with the Eagles down here on this side. Once again, the Indians can't corral it. 44-29, 6:10 left. You can see Lanham over there directing the offense.
Yeah, no great ball pressure right here. John's kind of content to sit back. There's the flex action again. You got ball reversal and a baseline screen.
Pushed
every time the
right
ball's reversed, they kind of
it.
got out of it a little bit.
See if Johns can come out of there. She's got it. Clears the board. Come up the floor. Right hand dominant. Willoughby with it. Kicks it out to Vanover. Two-pointer. Drains it. Indians needed to get something going.
Yeah, here's their press. You got to score to get in your press, though, and that's been their problem. They haven't been able to score enough to change the tempo of the game.
Nope. No help with the trap right there. Straight down the floor. Everybody find their person. Nice move. Landon follows the shot, throws it up.
Second chance points again.
Second
There's
chance
another
points.
opportunity to score off missed shots.
The Madison number 21 side. That's her fourth.
Southern hadn't taken their foot off the gas either. I mean, the last three possessions, they've taken three-pointers during their possession at some point, and a couple of them been off the first pass. So they're staying really aggressive with a 13-point lead, 5 minutes to go, 5:19.
As you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Keep playing your game. No reason to change anything. Staying with the zone. They're just extending it out a little further.
Watch the inside movement of Central's players. Not much going on this time. Just 4 out, 1 in.
Take it. Just got herself in a position there. There's a quick one by Johns. Drains it. Gets it back to 11. 4:50 left.
Boy, I tell you. That's a questionable shot selection in my book. You know, right now with the game situation.
I'm just trying to figure out the call.
She may have got bumped a little bit on the drive there, but is that 5 fouls on Snide?
I believe it is.
And here's something, you know, a lot of people forget. When you press someone or you're pressuring someone in this type of game situation where you're trying to get back in, sometimes it's not the turnovers, it's a quick shot that you are wanting. You know, that's what you want the offense to do. Go back, take a shot real quick, so you're going to have more possessions, which give you more opportunity to catch up.
46-34, 4:46 left.
I don't have the stats in front of me on the free throw line tonight, but Southern's done a good job knocking theirs down.
Yeah, they're shooting.
I'd say they're shooting up.
So, yeah. Well.
Yeah, and that's what
jinxed them,
do you always do. It always happens.
John's bringing it up the floor, over to Vanover, over to Willoughby. Underneath the Cornet, off the glass. Nice move, good position.
Good post feed, too. You know, you teach your players to throw away from the defense. Southern was on top of Cornet there. They threw to the baseline side and let her right in for the layup.
Nice pass, inlet pass to get her set up for the shot. All right, 4:35 left. What are we going to have to do here? Got a 10-point differential. Indians stay with it. Going to have to force the issue with the pressure. Eagles stick with their zone.
So far, so good. I mean, they've given up a couple little things, but overall, the zone's been very effective. And it makes the offense work a little harder to get shots, which is going to run some time off. So at this point, I wouldn't anticipate Coach Simmons changing. The situation is going to be, can Central score enough to get this tempo up to get back in the game. It's a 10-point game. This is far from being over.
We'll see who wants it the most. Who's going to get the loose balls? Who's going to get the rebounds? Who's going to deflect the passes? Are the Indians going to fight through this and try to win it, or are they going to concede the 10 points and try to keep from getting hurt? You know, what type of heart do they have? We'll see that here in the next little bit.
Well, Central also tonight has never put together a run enough to get the momentum swing that they're looking for. And, you know, time's running out, but they've got the potential to do it. And if they cash in some of these little shots that they've missed, they can get right back in it.
Going to go with the full court press.
Little 1-2-1-1 or 1-2-2 press. They're going to try to trap the inbounds pass as soon as it comes in.
Lanham will throw it all the way down this floor, and probably fairly accurately if she needs to. Nice pass. Gets it into Clark.
Well, it was a good job throwing over the press right there.
Absolutely.
You don't have to face that trap if you can make that pass right there.
They've got to force the issue. Vanover hustles for it. There we go, going for loose balls
what
and jumping.
What a great play. And then a heads-up call over there. Coach Cooksey called a timeout while his player had possession of the ball.
Yep. Great call by Cooksey. So here's some of the coaching coming back into play. And we just talked about they're going to have to be more aggressive. Who wants the loose balls? Who's going to knock them loose? Who's going to dictate some of what's going on here? And that's the heart the Indians need to stay in it if they can get something out of it here.
Yeah. And it's way too early to put the ball in a deep freeze. You know, you can't go down there and use your delay game for 4.5 minutes. You've got to keep looking at the basket, looking for opportunities to score. Don't know about the shots on the first pass, but, you know, you can't start trying to just wish the time runs out. You know, you have to go ahead and play your game.
Great heads up by Vanover. Even better heads up by Cooksey to maintain the possession because she was on the floor, didn't have any help around her, so stepped up and made a couple moves right there. Vanover to help her team, Cooksey to help the team. We'll see if they can get something out of it. They're going to run a set play against this zone, I would think, coming out of this timeout. Wouldn't you think?
He's probably drawn something up. I'll look for the ball to go inside the cornet or maybe run something for Johns to get a look at a three-pointer.
Willoughby inbound. Vanover brings it up to the top of the key, over to Johns on the right side. Everly and Cornett on the same side. Now they're getting it figured out.
They're looking for a lob right there.
Backdoor cut to Johns. Off the glass. Nice call by Cooksey. Now they got a press.
Well, they ran the same play earlier in the quarter.
Yep. Oh, the ball is going to go to – oh.
No, they had a back tip right there.
Gotcha. Okay. I didn't know she lost the handle or not. Eagles did a good job getting it out. Indians in hot pursuit. Couldn't come up with it. Indians got 5 fouls on them, 4 fouls on the Eagles. So they each got some fouls to give if they're going to try to make it a free throw shooting contest.
Well, here's the matchup right here with Lanham and Johns. See if Lanham's looks to penetrate a little bit. There's the flex cut action again. Baseline screen, ball reversal. That's the pattern that you look for.
Nice shot by Coyle.
Coyle using the left hand right there. That's a tough shot.
Brings it back to 10-point lead. Willoughby with it, deep, takes it down the middle, kicks it out to Vanover in the corner to Everly. Looks to dribble, takes it in the middle, throws it off the backboard. Barely drew iron, but I don't know if that's the shot they wanted. Kind of forced it up, but you got it. Like you said, you got to get as many shots as you can. You got to take some chances here.
Good
aggressive
selection.
move. Backs her down, back Cornett down, throws it up. Cornett with the rebound, gets it up to Willoughby. Looking up, throws it to Johns. Time at full court press. Time to get it that set now. Lanham with it, try to trap her. Oh!
8-point game right here.
Yep. Three-pointer makes it close. Everly just wasn't going to give up that.
2:47, 48-40. Southern's still looking to be aggressive there.
That's not a bad foul by Everly. She was beat. She just grabbed a hold of her and kept her from scoring. 48-40.
And the next foul by the Indians puts Southern into the bonus. Well, taking a long time to get that
somebody
in.
Lost their man, Willoughby did. Then they didn't cover the ball coming back. There's the 7th foul.
Well,
I mean,
Cole did a good
the girl
job.
was wide open right here, so somebody got caught, and then they had to go back inside.
Cole did a good job. After she inbounded the ball, she realized no one was on her, so she
Right.
just stepped to the basket.
And she threw it to somebody wide open, who then threw it back to her when she was wide open, so it was heyday for the Eagles then on that. 49-40, 2:44 left.
Coyle's come through here the last couple possessions for him. Big basket on the baseline, and now the free throws right here. I always thought that the 7-point margin was a tipping point. You get 7 or under, you're in a ball game.
Nice.
Central hadn't got there yet, but they may.
They can't get it to drop. The effort by the girls is just, they just can't get it to drop.
Well, that's
Either
too easy
team
right there.
sometimes
Against the
underneath
2-3 zone, that shouldn't be allowed. You got to pinch the ball off and make them kick it out to the outside. She's really clever, though, getting into there to the basket.
Got the roll. Cuts it to 9. Mack comes in. Everly goes out.
We're going to have to get the paint can out and repaint that rim if she keeps doing that.
Yeah. Clark, Gallion, Coyle, Lanham, and Keene on the floor. Rebounded by Johns. Willoughby with the three-pointer, hits it.
Well, she hadn't taken a shot all night from the three-point line, but she hit a big one right there. Yep. 6-point game.
Everybody find their people. Okay, Simmons calls a timeout. We'll take a timeout with him. There's 2:27 left, 50-44. Eagles with the lead, fourth quarter. Want to thank Jack Burford, Cumberland Valley Bank, and Express Roofing. Be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Back at the Eagles' nest, the Eagles leading by 6, 2:27 left, kind of reset the game. Indians with the possession arrow, setting up their full court press, cut it to 6 points on the three-pointer by the senior Willoughby. Eagles called a timeout. Let's see what Simmons set up here.
Got the baseline to run right here if she remembers. Did a good job in the passing lanes.
Vanover gets on Gallion, passes it back to Lanham, gets it across half court. Fight, a little scrum for the ball.
See what they call.
So who do they? What do they? Wherever
they may get Mack there.
I don't
know. It was a loose ball. Everybody's being aggressive, going for it.
The Eagles had it. That might have been a break for us. I mean, there was 3 Indians on the floor. The Eagles were going to score right there.
Well, be careful who you say us. Be careful. You got a Southern guy here and a Central guy over here talking. So let's just say it was a break. Could have been a break for the Eagles.
I meant, it could have been a break for the Eagles. I was calling it right because I think Clark had it, didn't she?
Yeah, she had it. It was a 2-on-1 situation.
Absolutely.
Going the other way. Well, Lanham's missed a couple free throws this quarter.
Got her to pick up her dribble. Got it over to Vanover, though. Vanover
Look at
right
that.
now. Now, they haven't had any rolls like that all night. They got one there. They're going to make it tougher. Oh, nice play by Lanham. That's the senior.
Good heads up. Yeah, it is. She was in a real hard trap and didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. But she's got a designated spot right here, and this is a tough place to inbound the ball.
We've got a game right here, Doug. 2:01 left.
Overthrew it.
51-45. 51-47. 1:55 left.
3-point game.
Lanham gets caught up with.
Coach Simmons has kept Lawson on the bench for a long time, and here she comes back in the game. And here comes Clark back in the game, giving them a little bit more ball handling.
In the game for the Eagles, number 33, Lawson. And number 5, Clark.
Possession area to the Indians.
I think Lawson can use her matchup against Mack in this press to maybe out-quick her and get open and give somebody for Southern to throw to against this press. And Central has really scrapped back into this game, and Southern's starting to miss their free throws.
Ball's ahead to Willoughby, takes it straight in, forces the issue, and gets the foul on Coyle.
The foul is on number 1, Cole. That's her first team.
Well, that's the last common foul for Southern without putting him in a bonus. So both teams bonus both ways. Southern's double bonus. Good execution on the out of bounds right there. A little give and go.
Over pursued by Willoughby. Leaves him shorthanded on this end. Cornett gets it covered. Lanham with the experience. Pulls it out. Getting ready to set something up. Wide open underneath. Somebody lost the man.
That's the second time that's happened that Southern had to communicate on substitutions. Big basket right there.
53-50. 1:22 left. Three-pointer by Johns off the backboard. Cornett. Going to be an Indian ball. Recap the game, 1:17 left, 53-50. Indians have fought from an 11-point deficit. Eagles clawing away, trying to hang on.
Well, they're man-to-man right now. They've gone away from the zone. Well, wide open. Johns was wide open. She's still wide open.
Get it into Cornett, off the glass, misses it. Johns gets it, throws it up. Got the ball, 53-52, 104 left. Lanham brings it up. Finds Thorne with it, up and in, count the bucket. Didn't even touch her, but, I mean, now the ref's going to make his presence felt. I didn't see did you see anything there?
Might have been a little body contact, but a great finish by Thorne with the left hand. And a good heads-up pass by Lanham.
Absolutely.
And, you know, they had to go ahead and attack right there. You cannot wait on Central. The Central's picked up their defense and starting to create some turnovers. Two huge baskets by Thorne.
56-52, 58.7 left. Vanover hustles it up the floor, takes it straight down the lane. John's in for the, see who they call this on.
I think it might have been Lawson. We'll see.
Yep, 33 with the hold, 2 shots. That's her fourth. 56-52, 52 seconds left. John steps to the line.
Excuse me. Vanover did a good job getting to the basket right there, which opened up the floor for the rebound. But like you say, sometimes it's who wants that ball the worst right now. Central's being the aggressor.
56-53, 52 seconds. Both teams are in the bonus. Possession arrow to the Eagles. Hit them both.
Good job by
54,
Lawson getting that ball out of the
game.
basket and getting it in bounds real quick.
Ooh. Didn't know if they were going to get over back there or not. Mack goes in, keeps her from scoring. Took it straight to the hoop again, just like you said, Coyle forcing the issue. Can't wait back. And she's been hitting them right here in the last couple of minutes, Coyle has. It's come up big.
And remember, the over and back rule is both feet and the ball have to be in the front court to establish front court possession. And even though she jumped from the front court into the back court to catch that pass, she never had all three things on one side of the floor yet. Another big basket there by Coyle.
Coyle, the 5'10 junior, playing big tonight. 57-54, 41.8 seconds left. And misses the second one. 3-point ball game, 30 seconds left, 39. Vanover with the ball.
Well, that's where she's dangerous. It's open floor right here.
Johns with it, kicks it back to Vanover, over to Mack. Uh-oh. I don't know if that's who you want taking the shot. Johns had to foul. Mack rushed the shot. I don't know if that's who they want shooting or not. Maybe they do. That's a design play.
I don't know what kind of shooter Mack is.
She
was open.
One of about 5 tonight. She was. And once again, you've got to force the issue. You've got to shoot the ball and get it up and get it going.
This is still a one-possession game.
Absolutely.
But she's shooting 2 now. This is double bonus time.
21.8 seconds. Hits the first one. 4-point game. 58-54.
Well, you can feel the intensity, and this is a regular season game. Imagine what this would be like if this was late February on the district floor up there.
Absolutely. Got them both. Oh, off the front of the iron. Nice rebound by Mack. 20 seconds left, 4-point game. What do you do here, Doug?
Well, you give up a basket and don't foul. Speaking defensively.
Yep.
And offensively, Vanover did the exact thing she should do. Take the ball to the basket. Because what's everybody on Southern sideline saying? Don't foul,
right.
Don't foul. So a lot of times you can get a cheap one right there if you just go on and be aggressive, take it to the rim. She's been doing that all night, though. She's really impressed me.
It's the first one. Sophomore steps up. She's played great tonight. We need to start thinking about a player of the game for this matchup. I mean, I don't. You get one for both teams since it's an county rivalry, or just pick one. Misses that one. Indians get it. Johns gets it. Misses the bunny. Guess who? Vanover got down underneath there. Oh, Willoughby fouled Lanham, one of the best free throw shooters on the Eagles squad. Didn't have any choice.
No, ahead of foul. Southern's got by right there with another Cardinal center giving up the offensive rebound on the free throw. Again, Central didn't cash in. They have missed so many of those
second point opportunities.
Opportunities inside all night long.
7.3 seconds left. Timeout. Indians. I believe that's their final timeout. 58-55, 7.3 seconds left. So what are you doing right here? What are you telling your players?
Well, Coach Simmons is going to emphasize not to foul and not to give up a 3. If they hit a free throw right here, it's over. You know, there's 7.3 seconds, 2-possession game. That should be it right there. And if Central's out of timeouts, if Central scores, by the time they score, Southern doesn't even have to throw the ball inbounds. They can let the clock run out with the ball on the, out of bounds. Coach Cooksey right here on the other hand, I would expect Vanover to penetrate and try to kick out for Johns or another 3-point shooter. If it's a 3-point game, anything can still happen. Like I said, if she makes one of these free throws, that should put the icing on the cake for Southern.
It's fun to call the games up here where we're sitting, but those coaches down there tonight have done a great job, both of them.
Both of them have, and, it's been a game of adjustments. Coach Simmons came up with the zone and really turned the ball around in the first game around in the first half, and Coach Cooksey, they made their adjustments, and once they were able to get into their press, and, they had to score to get in their press, and once they did, they got the tempo up, and that was in favor of Central.
We talked about grit, fight, and want to, and the Indians sure brought it the last half of this fourth quarter to make it a game. 4-point game, just like you talked about, 59-55, 7.3 seconds.
Well, if one of the Southern players breathes too hard on Central right here, I'm going to be shocked.
Yeah.
Well, boy, I tell you what. That's what gives coaches gray hairs or causes them to lose hair.
Clark's played a tremendous game and then did that. Coach Simmons ready to have a coronary over there.
Well,
talking to her about watching the clock. Here's the senior at the line, Willoughby. Off the back. Foul. Wasn't as hard as it looked. I mean, she just.
No, they're just playing hard-nosed basketball.
60-55, 2.3. Game pretty much at this point in the Eagles' favor. Not a whole lot the Indians can do about it. So who's your player of the game for the Eagles?
No, that's a tough call. I'd have to go with Brianna Lanham. She kind of set the tone the first half and kind of took over the game and established Southern's lead. But I'll tell you what, Coyle was impressive down the stretch. She came up with some big baskets and free throws. Really good job. And then for Central, wouldn't you have to go with Vanover?
Absolutely. You're exactly right. She established the game early on, taking it down the middle. She had Coach Simmons have to change her defense. That was particularly based on the effort and the points she was scoring, and it changed the whole game. And she continued to fight and try to turn the game around for her team. Hit some big free throws, got a turnover at half court. Cooksey calls the timeout, saves it. And that really was a turning point. They scored, I think, from that point and got it closer. And you said 7 and less, you got a chance. They whittled away, they got in. A couple of calls down here, I don't know. They hadn't called a whole lot of fouls. We had, 4 minutes left? There was 3 fouls each or something.
That's correct.
And then all of a sudden the referees got involved, and they had nothing to do with the outcome. The Eagles won that game.
But the whole tempo of the game changed that last 4 minutes.
Yep.
Once Central went into their press and they were able to make some baskets to be able to set up their press, then the whole complexion of the game changed. Great comeback by Central. They hung right in there and didn't give up. And a great win by Southern here on their home court.
Brianna Lanham for the Eagles. Vanover for the Indians, the player of the game. Jack Burford, Cumberland Valley Bank, Express Roofing, our big-time sponsor tonight. We appreciate them. Larry Frakes, Doug Salee from Madison County School Sports Television. See you next time on the floor.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net. Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea. Luxury Pet Services in Richmond. Time Warner Cable. Equipment Sales and Rentals. Madison County Schools. Tatum Enterprises. And Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. A shout out to another great sponsor, Journey Auto and Boat Sales in Richmond. And welcome to another great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby in Highland Park.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
The following is in smokeless tobacco: cadmium, formaldehyde, lead, nicotine, nitrosamines, polonium-210, hydrazine, benzopyrene, and uranium-235. Don't be a dip. Don't dip.
According to the Centers for Disease Control, the definition of binge drinking is having 5 drinks over the course of 2 hours. When done excessively, this may eventually lead to memory loss, unwanted pregnancy, and sexually transmitted diseases, cancer, excessive vomiting, alcohol poisoning, and possibly death.
Nathan, can you hear me?
If you don't want to swallow any of this, chances are the next tube you put in your mouth won't be a good time. For more information on binge drinking, please visit the Centers for Disease Control website at www.cdc.gov.